Due to a copyright takedown notice, this is a digital remastering of a video I put up previously. This one's even better, so check this out.
Then at some point the bird was able to make its attack.
Welcome back to another episode of JailBreak Overlander. I'm Richie, and this is JailBreak. And no, not the birds I just showed you, but the birds I'm going to show you. The only bird known to have attacked and killed a human being on record, and that does not count the 7-foot-tall, crazy-looking, flightless birds in Australia. I'm going to show you everything that you didn't know about the great horned owl, along with some serious footage that I couldn't believe I got yesterday, and I'm going to show it to you today. So sit back. You're probably going to want to relax, but you are most definitely going to want to check this out.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior.
Okay, everybody knows that sound. That's the hooting of an owl, but that hoot belongs to a specific owl, the great horned owl. Now, everybody knows owls. Everybody loves them. They are used in movies. They deliver presents to witches and warlocks, and that's totally, completely awesome. They're also revered in the occult because they can see at night, thus they are illuminated. But they're not happy always in movies. Sometimes they're used like this in The Fourth Kind, where the owl represents a alien, and that kind of freaks people out. You see what I'm saying?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they're cute, but they can also kick ass and even kill you.
You want to do it the easy way or the hard way?
In the previous video, before the copyright takedown notice, I never actually told you the story of the great horned owl killing the man. Well, the story suggests that the person concerned was wearing a raccoon hat when walking close to a nesting site and was attacked by the great horned owl by mistake and killed. Now, seeing how nobody was there, nobody knows, but the other suggestion that the person was attempting to reach the nest of the owl and was attacked in defense of the eggs, which means he was probably climbing a tree or a ladder or maybe coming down a rope on a hot air balloon. At any rate, the great horned owl parent saw him and killed him. So there is that. Exactly. The great horned owl is literally the Chuck Norris of the bird world. So there is that. And I've been all over the United States, and I found them all over the United States. But in the Northeast, they're really hard to find. And I've been out there when it was below zero, so cold my camera malfunctioned, like you're seeing right here. Or when you can finally get one, they're 200 feet up in a pine tree, and your camera keeps focusing on the small twigs and such instead of the bird because it can't detect the bird because they're so well camouflaged. They're badass, in my opinion. Plus, there's the fact that they have these massive talons, and they're claimed to have 500 pounds per square inch of pressure. That's phenomenal. And their talons can be 8 inches in diameter, which makes their talons as big as my hand or bigger. That's insane. So here's a few other facts you might find interesting. The female is always larger than the male, yet the male has a deeper voice. kind of strange, but is what it is, right? They camouflage perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Like I showed you earlier, they look exactly like the tree, and they tend to sit in the tree that they look like the most, which makes sense, correct? There you go. They will eat absolutely anything up to a small dog. Yeah, so watch your dog. And if you mess with them when they're watching their eggs, they will straight up attack you, and they have killed a man for doing just that. It's insane. Look at this thing. It blends right into the tree trunk. The camera can't focus on it. That's a trip. I run into that all the time. And I videotape these things all over the United States. And I'm out in the middle of the forest in the Bighorn Mountains in this frame right here. And it's funny because the place you find them the most is sitting on top of light poles. See this little guy? No big deal. Great horned owl will eat him right up. Which is why barred owls fly during the day, I believe. If you ever see a gaggle or a murder of crows flying around and cawing loudly, chances are they're harassing a great horned owl, because owls eat them at night while they're trying to sleep. Owls can be dicks, and they don't make any noise when they fly. So they're basically the perfect killing machine. And like you can see in this piece right here, I've been out in every type of weather, and you will find them if you look. And I'm getting pretty dang good at finding them because they blend in really, really well. The point of this video is I caught an unusual thing. I caught a pair 2 times over. I caught 2 pair, male and female, either courting or just hanging out, one of the two, but I got really good video, and you're about to see that right now. And I will comment a little. I'm on the side of a mountain, but I will get progressively closer to them, as you'll see. Now, either the male's trying to entice her to mate, or they're just hanging out. The male's the smaller one that's up higher, and the female's down below. She's going to spot me in a moment. Okay, the female has spotted me, and she's trying to warn the male, but he's too busy trying to mate and doesn't seem to care yet. In this video, I'm using a Sony AX700 camcorder, so I'm very close. I'm not ultra zoomed out like I usually am. So the female can absolutely see me. I'm almost right up on them. I'm getting a much better view now, and the female's warning the male, but he's too busy trying to get him some lovin', like any male species would be. Because I'm running and gunning, my nose is about an inch away from the microphone, so I sound like a creepy old man hiding in the bushes with a bag of Skittles and a fishing rod next to a playground, but I assure you, I am not. Notice the female's plumage right there. It looks like she has a giant set of eyes under her actual eyes. It's badass. It's really windy, and if you notice, in the next frame or so, you'll notice the female is sitting 1 foot in front of the other, and she's staying stable as a rock. It's amazing. Now, it's amazing because I'm almost directly underneath them, and the female's been trying to warn the male that, hey, there's some big fat dude sneaking around the woods over there with a camcorder. But he doesn't seem to care because, once again, he's trying to get it on. She's trying to warn him. He's not listening. But look at that plumage. Look at that close-up. She looks angry. And I suppose, you know, if someone was peeking in my window while I was trying to, quote-unquote, mate, I'd be pissed off too. But he's looking now too, and I was positive they were going to take off, but they stood their ground. So I kept creeping forward, like creepers tend to do. They watched me, and I continued to move forward. And again, no tripod. I'm on the side of a mountain that's about the same slope degree as the Great Pyramid in 8 inches of snow. I'm 5'10", I weigh 240, and I'm walking through down trees and thorns because it's always thorns. Am I right?
Woo, 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 woo.
Now, for those of you that aren't bird call experts, that was actually me doing the worst bird call in the world. But some people could get confused. The birds simply ignored me. But I digress. At this point right here, I realized that there is more great horns behind me. And there were. They were about a quarter mile away. And I come upon them, and I'll get the video on them in a little bit. But it turns out it was another pair, a male and a female. Because the male's small, the female's large. That's how you can tell. Did you see how stealthy I was when I just moved right below them? I barely made a sound, except for all the cracking, crunching, and things I knocked over, and I almost fell and dropped the camera. But other than that, I was silent. And this right here was the other pair I came across about a quarter mile away. You gotta love all the heavy breathing, but fat guys climbing through the woods breathe heavy. It just is what it is. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this. It was really good footage. I'm going to go back with a better camera with a better zoom on it tonight. So, if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I'll return the favor. I am out.